So one of the reasons is, remember why it's tricky is, remember this continues to go at a diagonal up to the left, and this continues to go at a diagonal up to the right. So when I look at this, from left to right, when I look at it from left to right, I can see that it would continue to go in this direction. Okay, and even here you're like, oh, there's a break, but here's part of the function, just another piece. And even here, it's part of the function, just another piece. So domain is from left to right. Now I'm going to go through and I'm going to organize these. So from left to right, this would be going downhill, decreasing. From left to right, this would be increasing. From left to right, this would be increasing. So I have 2 increasings, 1 decreasing, and no constant. So I have no constant. I have 2 increasing. So right away, I'm going to put these parentheses, and I have 1 decreasing. So I set it up already for myself. Let's start with the 1 decreasing. It comes from the far left. Even though it looks like it's going up, if we're reading it backwards, it comes from the far left. What symbol do we use to describe far left? Negative infinity. And it continues to go down all the way till it gets to an x value of -2. Now the increasing starts at -2 and it continues to increase all the way up to +2. Don't worry about brackets for increasing, decreasing, or constant. This last piece starts at positive, you know what? I meant to say 3 there, didn't I? This starts at +3, and as it moves to the right, it will continue to increase. I'm going to come back to positive and negative at the very end. How do I do this function notation? I go to where x is -2. I go to the closed dot, and I check on the y value, which happens to be -6. I go to where x is 0. Well, it happens to also have a y output of 0. I go to where x is 2, and it happens to correspond with 6. I go to where x is 3, and 3 has to go closed dot, and it goes all the way up here to 9. Now in this function, without me drawing the ends, on both the left and the right, which direction are they going? Both the left and right are going up to positive infinity. Let's go back now and describe positives and negatives. So I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to draw this, and then this is the positive, and this is the negative, okay? This is really tricky. I'm going to cover up the negative. There are 3 different pieces that are positive, and there's 1 piece that's negative. It's like we take a scissors and we cut this middle one in half. I'll tell you for your test tomorrow, you don't have one that's half in the positive and half in the negative. So you have 3 on this particular graph in the positive, and you have 1 in the negative. So I'm going to start right now with this first positive piece. It comes from the far left, and it continues to be in the positive region until it gets to -2. -2 has a open circle. I cannot include that. It looks like this. I'm now going to do this piece. So it goes from the neutral x-axis all the way up to where x is 3. So it goes from 0 all the way up to 3. Now at 0, you're actually on the x-axis. I didn't ask for the x-axis where x's are 0. I was asked where where y is positive. So I can't include 0 as being in the positive, but I can include 3 as being in the positive because it has a closed dot. Really tricky. This last one, it starts at 3 and it goes to the right. Now why am I using a parenthesis? Because it has an open circle. Let's look at this bottom part. It starts at -2 and it goes all the way up to an x value of 0. We're using x's to describe. -2 is in the negative region, but 0 is on the x-axis. The x-axis has a y value of 0. I'm asked where's the y value is negative. We have an x-intercept of 0, 0. And I'm going to do the rate of change from 5 to 10. So here's 5, and here's 10. Up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I went up 5 plus 5. And then over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 over 5. 5 over 5, or 1. Let's do 0, 3. Here's 0, here's 3. Up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9. So I went up 9. So sorry. Up 9. And now I need to go over 1, 2, and 3. Up 9, over 3. You could reduce it just 3, or you could leave it as 9 over 3. Your choice.